folks, in this lesson we are doing Slave by Silverchair, requested by this guy, me. I wanted to learn this one, so I thought, why not? It fuses a ton of influences, some more obvious than others, I think. You know, you've got a bit of Mad Season, a bit of Soundgarden, there's all sorts of grungy vibes in this one. And tone-wise, you want to use a fairly high-gain pedal. I'm using the Heavy Menace by Empress Effects. It's got a noise gate built in, which is brilliant when you're doing videos in a noisy room. You know, you want a little bit of that, but check it out. No noise. You're also going to need to detune your low string down to D. So we're in drop D tuning. Let's kick off with the intro riff. We have 3 bars of 6/4 and then it goes into 4/4. And we're going to be doing like a double power chord. So we have one there and one here, which is beefy, isn't it? So the intro goes. Alright, and then you're into the next part of the intro. There really are loads of riffs in this, it's great fun. So you're just flattening your first finger on the 4th fret and then adding the 6th and the 7th there. So we go down, 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 down. Like that. Then you're just going to take your 3rd finger off and replace it with your 2nd finger on the 5th fret. Back to the first shape. And then we've got a slight variation. So you strike this first chord 5 times. And then you go, that's basically that. But down on the D, right? You could just do the low 3. And then you're on the 1st fret for 2 bars. Then you slide up. And the next riff goes like this. Like that. Okay, so we have low 2 or low 3. I'm going for 3. It's because it's meaty. Then we've got this triplet hammer on the A string, so it's 0, 3, 5. Quite quick. And then you do an 8th note on the low, more the D string now, right? The low string. Okay. And you're finishing on the 3rd fret there. You do that riff 3 times. 4th time you go up to the 4th fret, but you're playing 4, 4, 6, 6. Okay. Then you're into the Mad Season part, really, which goes. So that's the first 4 times, okay? Very Mad Season, isn't it? We have those open, then it's the 5th fret on the A. You could play it. You can get it just in front of the 3rd fret as well. But live, I think I saw Daniel playing it up here. So you're just resting your finger lightly over the fret, okay, on the 5th fret. So it's... And when you pick that 2nd string there, 5th string there, you're going to mute the other 2 strings, right, either side of it. So it deadens them down so you don't get it all sort of, you know, jumbling together. So that's what I'd recommend you do. Pretty straightforward, right? Slowly. So that's the second time, just going to a slightly different chord. Back to the first one. This one's 5/4. And the rhythm of that is 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Okay, then we go round again. Like that. That's a 3/4 bar there. And this is the verse now, okay? So that was it once round. You go around it twice. You're on the first fret initially with this rhythm. Then up to the 4th fret for our cool chord, okay? Pretty straightforward. Go around that twice, then you do this 7 times. Etc. Again, pretty straightforward. Then the 8th time is... And then you're into the chorus. The chorus is awesome. Very Soundgarden, I think. It goes like this. Goes around like that, right? So we have that's the first bar, okay? So slowly. Okay, but you're going to be playing, you can either play the first 2 or the first 3. I'm going to go 3 because, you know, he is strumming away with this one. Like that, okay? Then we've got this. Which is a repeating part. It's 10 9 0. So that's played 4 times. Then you've got this, that open string between the 10th fret and the chord. It's quite incidental, really. You know, so if you don't hit it and you mute the strings, don't worry, because, you know, you'll still get the same effect. It's very quick. So again, you're going to use all 3 strings. Okay, should be pretty easy to change between that, but it's quick, so just play it slowly and then build it up again. Like that. Then we've got this little fill. Pretty straightforward, almost a bit metallic-y. And then we have this again. Seven times of that, and then 8th time is slightly different. Just a little chug there. Then you have 4 bars with just the bass, I think it is, and then we have this clean. 12 12. 13 15. Like a diminished sounding thing. That rings out for 2 bars, and then you've got another bar and a half of rest, and then you come in with that. Straight back into the chorus 4 times this time though. Once you've done 4 of those, you go into this. To that, right, which is amazing. And then it goes into a double time fill too. So there, all we're doing is extending the last bar of the chorus riff, and we play it twice. So again, slowly. Yeah, and then 2, 1, 0. Like that. So we just do it 5 times. The very last time, though, is an 8th note rather than a 16th note. So that goes around 8 times, that. Brilliant stuff. Then we're into a double time fill, so drums basically play twice as fast. And we have... like that. That's 4 times round. And then we go into this part, which is like the outro now, essentially. So we're on the 8th fret. And we're playing 16th notes. Then we go up to the 11th fret. But it hangs over, so you have... Notice the difference that you don't go on the beat. There's an extra 16th note on the 8th fret before you go up to the 11th. All right? 2, 3, 4. And then from the 11th fret, I'm talking about the root here on the G. Do that for a bar, down 1 fret for a bar, 10, 12, 13. Same deal where you go 10 to 12. Then you're going to go 3 bars of this. Okay, pretty straightforward. And then... and that rings out. And that's the end. So I don't think I need to go through that anymore because you got all the tab there. So hopefully that made sense. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Have fun.